Our next speaker entered Oakridge as a kindergartner. Please help me in welcoming Kendra Lenz.
Hi, my name is Kendra Lenz, and I'm here to talk to you about abstract photography. So a lot of people ask, what is abstract photography? Well, I can't really give you a definition because it's abstract. But there's no clear definition because it can mean different things to different people. But it's the use of macro, which is when you take a picture of something that's close up, so the image primarily focuses on the color, shape, and texture of the object. How people perceive abstract photography? Well, the brain's logical processes are more subdued because you don't always know what you're looking at, or you just don't see the entire thing. So you have to use your imagination and just play on your emotions. So if you see something that looks kind of sad, you may think of a sad memory, or sometimes if you see something sad, you'll think of a happy memory. Since no one's the same, no one really reacts to an image the same way. There's certain effects that can evoke certain emotions, such as color. The one on the right is more vibrant and brighter, so your eye would automatically go to that one more likely than it would on the one on the left because it's faded. Curves make it more interesting. They make the picture more interesting, and sometimes they can point to the center of interest, such as this one. The curves point straight to the center of the flower. Sometimes the curves don't really point to anything. They can just make the picture look more dynamic. Using contrast. Sometimes the image can almost completely depend on the contrast and the tone of the image. Contrast is when you have the light and dark of the image, and then you just make it more extreme, so it makes a more powerful image. There's using selective focus. That's when you have the camera lens focus on one thing in the picture and everything else is somewhat blurry. So as you see in the horse's eye right here, you focus directly on that eye rather than the entire thing first. Then there's texture. When you use texture in a picture, that's the most dominant characteristic, and that's what you look at, and that creates a very powerful image. Then there's purposely blurring a picture. It just gives it a dreamy feel to it. There's this really common rule called the rule of thirds. That's when you use imaginary vertical and horizontal lines to divide up your picture. This is used just to make the picture look more organized or just more interesting. As you can see, this picture has these blades of grass and then an ant right there. This is the same picture, but then I put lines here so you can see how it's divided into thirds. And then here's one with the sun coming through the trees. It's divided up in vertical and horizontal lines, and you can see how the sun is right here in one of the thirds. And lastly, there's no rules. You just do everything that you want, and your imagination goes into play more than anything else. So abstract photography is one of my favorite hobbies, and I've been doing it for a few years. It's a really fun way to express myself because your emotions and imagination go into it more than anything. Just by having a different perspective on things, you can turn the most ordinary object into the extraordinary. It's fun because I love seeing people's reactions because since your emotions go into play, you see what you feel. Thank you.